welcome back to my channel. Today in this video it's all about my swimming pool I was building, or I'm building, and it's about the fiberglassing and top coating of it. I just wanted to share this with you, and I apologize in advance if it's a bit too long. It went longer than I anticipated and had intended, but I thought I wanted to share a few things in this video about tips, little help, and what I've done and how I done the fiberglassing. So this is only a video about the swimming pool fiberglassing. If you're not interested because it's you're more interested in the coils, yeah, then just skip it. Otherwise, I hope you will enjoy it and find it informative from a DIY perspective doing the fiberglassing. This is not a video how a professional would do it or what you should do. It's just giving little hints and tips and tricks. Don't as I always say in this video, I will repeat myself a few times, this is how I have done it. It's not a professional way, but it worked for me. And yeah, just make sure when you do it yourself to do your research very thorough, because it can be a great job when you do it right, but it can be a massive failure if it stuffs up, if you stuff it up. You just check it out online, do as much research as you can. Yeah, otherwise I hope you will enjoy this video and find it informative. And one thing I think I forgot it in the video to mention, when you do the fiberglassing and top coating, use your oldest work clothes you have, because you will chuck them away afterwards, because it's a messy job. And yeah, you will see it when I do it. Yeah, just keep that in mind, the oldest work clothes you have, and then just dump them in the bin. Okay, enjoy the video and happy DIY, or enjoy your hobby. Thanks for watching. Hi, I'm back. Make a little update on the fiberglassing progress. I started this morning, as I said in the previous video. I'm apologizing that I didn't do any recording so far, but there will be a recording made. I just didn't do it this morning. I was a bit a bit on the pump, and I wasn't very confident to just stop in the middle of the fiberglassing and make a recording or do any other recordings. I'll do that tomorrow. I had to chicken out basically. I started at 7:30 this morning with the fiberglassing, and I just stopped 12:20 roughly at lunchtime, for the simple reason it just got too warm. When I started, it was going really smoothly, and I didn't use as much catalyst as the manufacturer recommended. He recommended 1.5%. I just roughly put only 1.2% in, just to give me a little bit of a buffering, and that was a good decision, I think. It went pretty good. I had my dramas with doing the stairs, I'll show you in a minute. That was a bit complicated, and again, I'll pay with my respect to all these specialists that do these jobs, bricklaying, plasters, and these fiberglass professionals. There is more to it than it looks on a video. Yes, you can do it. I would say anyone can do it with a bit of DIY knowledge and bravery. However, yes, you will probably not get the super professional outcome from it, because that takes a lot of practice, especially to get the experience when is it ready to use the pedal roller, or when it's starting to go off and you have to hurry up. So these kind of experience, that's where you actually pay the experts. And I clearly acknowledge this. So yeah, I'll turn you around and just show you what I've done so far, and then I will do tomorrow a little bit of filming while I'm doing it, but don't expect too much. Okay, hang on for a second. Okay, here we are. So you can see I started with the steps over there. I just wanted that done so that when I get around and I'm finishing, I can actually escape out of the pool via the steps and don't have to use a maybe extension on the roller. So yeah, that's why I started on the steps, and then I went around to the left and did all the wall and here. Basically from that corner on, that's when I got more and more experience. Even I've done a few little jobs in the past, like my pond filters, but with this, that's where I learned a bit more about, honestly, use a lot of resin. You know, don't skimp on the resin. That's what I had to learn today. And yes, so I went all the way around and I stopped here at the skimmer. It's only one layer on there. Everywhere else I have two layers on the walls. It's all 2 layers of 450 GM, and there's one layer. That the second layer will go on tomorrow. But yeah, that's one advice I can give. Don't skimp on the resin. Wet it. Like the experts say on YouTube, it needs to be wet. I mean, it's great to say it. Till you do it, you don't know, you don't understand what it means to have it really wet. So, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with the outcome, especially with the walls. They look. I would have to say, I'm happy with that. It's not, of course, not a professional job, but I would say, let's get close to it, maybe. So yeah, that's for the little update on the fiberglassing, and then tomorrow I'll show you a bit more. Oh yeah, by the way, one thing I made a mistake. I learned from that. I will probably pay the price when I have to cut it out. The returns over there. I fiberglass over it, and I thought that would be maybe easier for me. Fiberglass over it and then cutting them out with a hole saw. In hindsight, I think that was a stupid idea, and as I said, I will probably pay the price tomorrow, and I will try to hole saw it out. But yeah, that's a learning curve. Over here, that's where I straight away took them out. Okay, then see you in the morning when I finish the fiberglassing. Bye. Okay, it's the next morning. It's about 6:15 in the morning. I'm starting early to beat the heat, because even we're still in spring, we're forecasted to reach 27, 28 degrees today, and tomorrow even warmer at 30. So yeah, that's how I start into the season already, getting pretty warm. I will put you up here and just film a little bit from what I'm a couple sheets I put on. Not much dramatic, that's all. So yeah, as I said yesterday, I just used 1.2% hardener in the mix. Yeah, that worked for me yesterday very good. But don't listen to me, because that all depends on the environmental factors. So what now works with 1.2% might not work the next couple days or where you are, so don't listen too much to it. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, first I will just wet the areas are we doing. Oh, this is already has one layer of fiberglass on, and this is already resin yesterday, this area, so it will not take that much resin. Just put nice layer on it. Don't be too skimpy with the resin, just buy a bit more just in case, because you found it crucial to use plenty of it. It makes the job much easier. It's wet. And don't rush it. Yesterday, this was last sheet, I just said because of the heat, I washed it, and just see that I have a nice bubble behind it. So yeah, so just don't rush it. Not worth it. And now, when it's getting too hot, just stop. Do it next day when it's cooling down. Don't think you have to get it done. That's what I thought when I did it my first job, and it was just a pain. The resin just goes off in an instant, almost in an instant, a bit exaggerated, but seriously, you wouldn't believe how quick it goes off when the temperature is getting warm or hot, or the sun falls down on your job. It just accelerates everything. Not nice and cool early in the morning, makes it much easier, and you don't have to stress too much. Let's get another big layer on. And as I said, I'm not an expert. I just teach myself, and it's a DIY job, so it's not perfect, but I'm happy with the result, to be honest. But when you're doing it as a DIY. Okay, now get this sheet on, and important, cut your sheets all the day before or whenever. Just have them all really pre-cut, so you don't have to work work and cut them. Just line it up and butt it against. Line the corner. There. Work it a bit. It is a bit like, I don't know how many of you out there have done it. I've done it on a little bit. It's a bit like wallpaper. Seriously. Butt it against. You hope the freaking wallpaper doesn't fall down on you. So I'll find that spot here. Here, there, now I want whip corner on the bottom. So yeah, nice corner in there. I mean, you don't have to be super precise, because then you wet all this fiberglass. You can still manipulate it into the sort of the shape and the nice corner that you want it. It's just you whip it now, it makes it much easier. Is that just don't stress too much? Because I'm gonna wet this. It'll be nice. Okay. The bucket nice and close. You don't put too much on the floor. And all that really matters. So the floor is rolled over, and then it will so easier. So there's a layer, but it is pain to kneel in it. I glued yesterday my knee to the pants, and yes, not fun ripping it all the time off, but not the biggest drama, believe me. And then just wet it top a bit. Soon the resin starts working. It takes a minute, 2 minutes, depending on conditions. When it starts working, it's melting it, and you can bend the top corner. This one here. The hard spot is get the sheet on the first layer. And that's it. Good wet. Almost forgot, there's a return here. Oh, not actually a return, it's a heat pump. Should we one day get a heat pump to heat this pool? We have a pipe already installed. Okay. have always a chip brush at hand to do this corner of here, push it in, and they have special tools for it out there too. I've seen one of the professionals on YouTube doing it just with a brush, pushing the corner in. Wet it, put more resin on it, and then just push, wet the corner a bit more, push it, just tap it in, and wait till the resin starts getting saturated. As soon as it's saturated, it just looks like it's melting. I think it will melt, so I know the specific chemical reactions it does. But yeah, it's almost like it's melting. Work steadily, work the corner in. When as soon as the resin is saturated and soft in the fabric, the glass fibers, it's very easy just to manipulate and just tap them into the corners. And if you don't think you have to force it in, you force it in, it will not work, guarantee you. You can just stuff it up. Now we'll do that sheet. Now I prepared this one already with that cut out. That is it. Prepare your sheet in advance, because you don't want to do that when it's wet. Honestly. Now then, a couple times when I did it, and that's most of the one I did yesterday. This is the biggest project fiberglass I've ever done. Yeah. If you wet the wall, wet one area, like I did it here, and then you come do another area, whether you wet this, put your next sheet on here, that's already prepared wet. By the time you finish here, that resin is nice and sticky. This already sticks to it. If it's too wet, you struggle to keep it up. You put it up here and it comes down, you're trying to manipulate it on the floor and it just comes back down. It's basically let it get tacky and then come with the sheet. So now it's perfect Okay, that's it. The rest I do without you. Okay, I'll come back to you when I've finished everything. One last thing I wanted to just quick share with you is just to use a paddle roller and just don't put too much pressure on, just roll it over gently, just using the weight of your arm to squeeze the resin into the fibers and get the air pockets out. Don't do it too strong, just gentle. So yeah, and that's what you do over the entire wetted area of your sheets. But you wait a bit till it's hard to say. Even though I think the expert didn't want to say time frame to it. It all depends again on your conditions, weather conditions, la 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 la. So yeah, you know when it works and when not. When it starts, it's still too wet. It doesn't work that good. Just yeah, have a paddle roller with you, and then work the sheet after you wetted it, and give it a bit of time to basically dissolve what the stuff I think is. Okay, that was the last thing I wanted to say before I come back later to you. Hi, welcome back. Just progress report on my swimming pool. The fiberglass is finished, and I finished this morning the second coat of the top coat. And yeah, I just want to show you, and yeah, maybe have a little talk or waffle on about tips and tricks and just little things. Nothing professional, just experience I made with my fiberglass DIY projects in the past and with this pool. Okay, let me turn you around and show you the pool. Okay, here's the pool, and for everyone who thought that it might become a koi pond, because size-wise it's perfect, a little fun fact, this pool is, I would say, probably almost exactly the size of Lee Hatfield's the Koi Soldier's latest pond. I didn't build it with that objective. That was just coincidence, because in between, because when I was planning this pond, it was supposed to be a tiny bit longer and a bit wider, but then the supplier of the blocks made a little mistake, and I just changed the design of the size of the pool, so just to not get too many drama. So basically, because the supplier made a mistake and I made the mistake not to read the invoice he gave me, because if I would have seen read the invoice or understood the codes for the blocks, I would have known that he was sending me basically the wrong blocks. But for the pool, these blocks are the right ones. I just changed it a little bit, and yeah, coincidentally, this is the same size or volume, let's say the volume of Lee's koi pond. That was just what I found out a couple of days ago when I was calculating how many liters are going in this one. It is almost exactly 22,000 liters. Yeah, so just, this is a pool, not a koi pond, as you can see on the color. I don't think the koi would like this nice blue color. So yeah, the thing about when you fiberglass and top coat, a few little things I just wanted to share. Yeah, well, let's start just with the fiberglassing or ordering the fiberglass. Honestly, I'll just turn you around. Hang on. Yeah, with ordering the fiberglass, go and do it with a professional company. They're established for years in the business, and they know what they're doing. Because in the past, when I did little projects, I just went to a supplier around the corner, not here around the corner, but in the next town, and I just said, I need 5 liter or 5 kilo of resin, 5 liter of top coat, and I thought, yeah, that will be enough. And most of the time, it was just enough. It just got me over and made me more stressed. So you go to a professional supplier and tell him what you want to do, and mention to him that this is a DIY project. You don't have the experience. He will ask you then the questions: how many square meters? What fiberglass you want to use? Is it chop matting? Is it woven? Is it what thickness or gram? All that he will ask you, and then he will calculate how much fiberglass you need for your project, how much resin, and how much top coat. So this is, with a pool, this is what I did. Even with the pond filter, I just told them I need X amount of square meter, and I'm doing a double layer of the fiberglass. And I told them, because I already knew what I wanted, the grams per square meter of the fiberglass, so 450 gram. And they checked, calculated, and then gave me how much resin I need, how much top coat, and I'm pretty sure they would have put a little bit contingency into that calculation, just because I'm a DIYer. So because from the resin, I still have 3/4 of a can left. So basically I have 15 liters of resin left, and I did not skimp on the resin. Even I used to do that in the past, but now all the last few projects I learned that you should not skimp on it. And that is another good tip: do not skimp on the resin or the top coat. Put it on thick and deliberately. You will be surprised how far you get actually with the resin if you calculated it correctly, or the supplier calculated it correctly for you. So just an example, when I was doing the top coat last night and this morning, it's actually, I was surprised how much I have. I still have 5 liters left, and that was 5 liters I will use to go really fine over the surface and look for all these pinholes. And this is another thing with pinholes: when you put it on, and you put it on thickly, do it in a first slash it on with your roller really thick, and then go in like an X sort of motion over it. Push it in, and then just let the roller glide over it, after you pushed it in. That's how I found out to myself. I mean, I'm not a professional. This is just my experience I made today, that if I really slash it on with a couple rolls, and then I go in this X motion and push it in, and not over a big area, just always a small area at a time, I can really fill everything in and have very few pinholes showing up. And then after you push it in, you just go slightly over the entire area and just let the roller roll over it. And that worked for me really good. This is the first time I made that experience on this pool. That worked really good to minimize pinholes. And when you do it look very close. Every time you do it, just look and go over it again. And after you do it, one section, go back to the old section, have another look, because they're coming back. They're little popping up again, and then so you just do it that way, and you will be fine. Another thing, when I ordered it, I knew I made a lot of research, and in case of this swimming pool, because you swim in there, and there's a lot of movement in there. What I found out, and the supplier confirmed it, to use vinyl ester resin and not the normal general purpose polyester resin, just for the simple things. The vinyl ester is much more flexible. Let's say flexible. It has more stretch in it, so it will not crack as easy as the polyester, and it's much more waterproofing. So you could basically, you didn't with the vinyl ester, you just could put it on, and it will be with a really thick coat, will be waterproof. So then your top coat is basically only just your color. But that's just one thing. What else experience I made? So recap: order it from the professionals, tell them what you want, let them calculate the amounts, and take your time. Another thing, when you do it, don't stress. Make small portions, like I did 5-liter portions, and I reduced the amount of hardener catalyst that was recommended just slightly. I didn't put the 1.5% in that was recommended on the pack. I just put a little bit less in, just to give me a little bit more safety tolerance to stretch the time, because I'm not an expert, and this is how you have to say it. Just be more careful. Make small batches, and then take your time. Don't rush it, like the 5-liter batches, I had about 35 to 40 minutes time, and that is plenty of time to do it. Honestly, it is plenty of time. I had batches going off on me before. Mainly, the mistake I did there was putting too much hardener in. For whatever reason, I must have miscalculated the hardener amount or something. When I did my my second pond filter, for some reason I must have miscalculated, or just accidentally put one more in, and the resin just went off like you wouldn't believe it. I mean, the first batch I was going on, putting it on, great, easy, and then the second batch, and basically after 10 minutes, oh my crap, it's almost hard, and you can see it just changes. It suddenly gets lumpy. I mean, the experts say it changes color. I'm not that good in colors. I mean, I'm not colorblind, but I haven't seen that yet, that it changes colors. It probably did, and yes, I have to say there's slight variation in the color when it starts to go off, but it's when you're doing the job, you're not looking that closely. So and that's the advantage for an expert who does it for years as living bread. They see the slightest changes. They can feel even what changes in the temperature and humidity, and then that's it. Brings me to another point. Do your job in the cool of the morning, or depending where you live, cool in the evening. Evening, wouldn't recommend that for a top coat, because when the light goes, you're not seeing much. I did it last night, and I wanted to do the first coat, and I was good enough for that. However, it was quite amazing to see the how much I missed, or not missed, but how thin it came on. Even I thought I had it pretty thick applied. So choose the right timing. And as soon as it starts getting warm or humid, or you feel, stop it. There is no, you don't have to stress. As I said before, when I did the fiberglassing, it's a scary thing when you first do it the first time, and you know this stuff will go off on you. I know how it is. I know that feeling, but I know a lot. The few projects I have done over the couple of years with fiberglassing, if you get the catalyst correct, you have plenty of time. You don't have to stress. Just do it in a steady motion, slowly going. And if the temperature is getting out of control, it's getting hot, or you see the weather changes, and just stop it. You can stop it and then come back to it the next day and do it. But choose a time when you know there's no rain on the horizon for a couple of days, because you don't want to be surprised by a rain shower while you do fiberglassing, because then that stuffs everything up. So yeah, there's basically my little few tips and tricks to do fiberglassing. If you're a person who is less likely to be DIY minded, or who wants a super perfect job, maybe not to do it, because you need a lot of experience to do a perfect job. My pool, is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. And from the onset, when I started it and planned it, I wasn't planning on getting the perfect finish and job. I want a good job, and I'm happy with what I achieved. Of course, an expert will say, this is not good enough. And, but the pool is, it's sort of like, you could say, like a budget decision. I didn't want an expensive pool, a pre-made fiberglass pool I had years ago. Yes, that will be the perfect solution. Where I live, the summers are not that long. I mean, we're here in Western Australia. Don't get me wrong, we have hot summers, and this is the reason why I got the pool there now. After living almost 10 years in Bridgetown here in the southwest, we had a few hot summers and I missed the pool. That's why I built this one. But I didn't want to spend 50,000-60,000 on a pool, because that's what you will spend on a fiberglass pool that gets installed for you. Because this is pretty hard to do yourself, a fiberglass pool. They deliver it, and you have to make the hole, and then you have to get a crane, put in a crane. It has to be level. So that is a job you have to leave to the experts, and you're not saving that much money if you decide to do it yourself. So and I wasn't prepared to pay 50,000-60,000 for it. This pool all up will probably cost me between 11,000 and 12,000. Not my labor included. It's just materials. And for me, it is just to splash in, cool down in summer, have a couple laps. That's it. If you want perfect, it is, as a DIY, I would not recommend it, but give it a go. If you, I'm not saying it's easy. It's not easy, and I have my respect for the people that do it for a living, the experts, because it is sort of dirty, it's sticky, it smells, it's a strong volatile vapor that comes off from top coat, from the resin. I mean, I probably will still smell it in another couple of days, and I'm always amazed that the professionals that do it every day that they still have a normal sense of smelling or taste. And yeah, they're doing a great job. So the people that know all that stuff, and this is the reason why you pay an expert, because he knows what he's doing and he gets a good finish. It's like I didn't put a fiberglass tissue on. I learned about that tissue just a couple days ago. I didn't know that is exists, or that, you know, if you put it on to get a more smoother finish and hide basically the fiberglass fibers in the surface. So I learned that later. Probably will do it next time, but it doesn't really, the pattern of the fibers doesn't really bother me too much. It's all nice and smooth. There's nothing sticking out where someone could hurt themselves. So I'm very happy with it, and it was a hard job. Would I do it again? The fiberglassing and the top coating, definitely yes, I would do it again. I don't mind it, and I sort of enjoy it. I wouldn't do it for a living, but as a hobby. So if I'm doing a pond or little things, yes, I think it's a great product. Block work, nah, I wouldn't do it again. The next time I will get someone, a bricklayer, to do it for me, because that is a job. It's back breaking. I mean, I wouldn't mind helping him, giving him a hand to reduce the cost, but doing it all, no. There's too many factors that get in there. It's a lot of labor you have to put in. I'm not afraid of working hard. I've done it all my life, and I'm not scared of it. And I'll give everything a go. That's why I did the swimming pool. But that is the reason why I'm not saying no, I wouldn't do it again. It is carrying that many blocks from, you know, almost 30-meter distance or 40-meter distance to the location. I mean, I was maybe not the smartest move to put them in that area, but I didn't have another spot at that time. I hadn't cleared it yet. Filling it with concrete, holy, that took another hit out of me. Just 4.5 cubic meter mixing and then filling the blocks by hand. Yeah, nah, not again. I mean, I will get a professional. I will give him a hand, you know, mixing, helping him if he wants it, but not. I wouldn't do the entire job again. So yeah, yeah, I think that's all for me. Basically, I think the next update about the pool is when it's completely finished and it's running, because now after the fiberglassing and the top coat, it's basically I have to put the pool fence around. That will be next week, or have to still get it, but pool fence. Still have to make my mind up what kind of finish around the pool I do. I know what I do with the walls outside. I will render them with probably like a terracotta render. If I do paving, I concrete it. I'm not sure yet. The top of the pool, the edge, that gets a composite decking. That's already made my mind up with that. Yeah, then the pool filter I have to connect and put on, and then just get it signed off by the Shire that it's safety compliant. But yeah, and I'll come back to you. That will be the last update when it's all finished, tickety boo, and I can jump into it. Okay, see you next time. Thanks for watching. I hope it wasn't too boring. I hope it was a little bit informative, and if anyone has questions, I'm happy to answer. But as I said, I'm not a professional. This is only tips and experience I made, and there's nothing. I have no professional background in this kind of work, so I'm just a DIY person. I love doing DIY. I'm not scared of it, and I like to give everything a go. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Yeah, you wasted for your money, but and made an experience. That is this is the most important thing, I believe, is the experience. You know, if success or failure, you learn from it. As long you accept that you learn from it and do it the next time better, that's all that matters. Okay, see you next time, and stay safe and enjoy your hobbies. Bye.